Okay, so let's see if this works this time. Sorry about that, guys. The last stream decided to break, and I think I know why, because um, it turns out that the four screen thing usually crashes my computer. So if I show all four screens, it's going to mess up. And that's exactly what happened. So let me pop things up here and get back to the stream. I have to set up a new link for you guys. Okay. Documents, GitHub. Okay. So we had last, hopefully it's saved. Yes, awesome. It's a nice thing about saving often is that you don't lose too much stuff. So we have the main stuff here. That's the last capture. Oh, yeah. YouTube just emailed me, said I was live, which is good. uMyo testing. We're going to open up. Wonderful, even better. And we need data captures, and we have capture one. Okay, so this is good. This is what we saw last time before my stream decided to crash. And I should actually send this link real quick. Because I messed that up. Okay. So capture one. Capture one is showing that we can have multiple uMyos together, and they're separated by this single digit integer. So 0 is the first band, 1 is the next. Which I'm just realizing we're going to have an issue. We're going to have an issue recreating the location since we're using 4, but I think we'll be able to, should be able to figure that one out. I just not realized that. Okay, so we have 2 packets coming in and they're being saved. This is great. It has a date time object, which is kind of not necessarily helpful. I think I lined them up last time. I'll have to look up the accuracy of a date time object. So date time Python milliseconds. Because I think that last number is milliseconds. Yeah, minutes, seconds, and then F. Yeah. Okay, good. It has the accuracy that we need. So this is just going to be a rough draft because again, I said in the last stream that I need to get a little bit used to parsing the data and throwing it into the random forest regressor, see what it says. So we have the capture from uMyo is fine. And the last capture is now what we're going to have to test. So that's what I'm going to test right now. So this guy is pretty neat. It's booting up right now. Cool. So hopefully it is on the hotspot, but the hotspot turned off because nothing was on it. Okay, and then I'm going to go to Wi-Fi Connect, just in case you're curious. I go to Wi-Fi Connect. You guys can see my IP address. Okay. it quickly went on, and the expressive board is displaying on the hotspot. So those values are off. You can kind of see they're kind of all over the place. The pistons. That's a visual representation. So what I'm going to do is, oh, I don't think to calibrate actually matters. So release all depressors, which I did. Now it's asking me to press all depressors and then press start, which I'm doing. And now we can see that the display is displaying it cleanly. And yeah, so the graphics work and the numbers, as you can see, I can't point very well, but we got that. So now let's do last capture. This is going to count the number of things and then add to it. So let's go ahead and run this. I don't even know if this is going to run. Oops, there we go. And I can't use the 4 quadrants on the screen because it's gonna break. Open was never closed. Oh. Okay. Well, now it's closed. Okay, so it's probably not displaying anything for some reason because it's probably waiting for both of the band and the LASK, and I just have the LASK. So, wait, I don't have the send on. There we go. See, look at that. That's all it needed. Last band packet was not defined. Okay. So yeah, it was working for a second until it broke. So it says last band packet was not defined. Draw text last packet, last band packet. Oh my goodness. There we go. So line 191. So I'm just going to get rid of draw band. And yeah, because I don't even think I have a call to draw band. So it's run module. Last band packet is not defined. Draw text. 176. I deleted some lines. So draw text last packet. Name last band packet. Oh. Let's try this. Okay. Draw text is missing one additional requirement. Draw text. Well, there we go. We're not going to even do that because I just want this to work so that way I don't have to worry. Okay. So there we go. So now we can see when I press my finger on something, the level goes up. So this is what we're training the model on. It's the easiest thing that I have found for just training fingers because yeah, there's only 4 of them. There's not 5. And yeah, it's only one type of movement. But this type of movement is a very simplistic one in which you're getting the levels. So it's not just going straight. It's either on or off. We're getting about 250 levels roughly. It depends. I'd have to look at the code. But we're getting 250 levels of depression. That's not how sad or happy it feels, but rather how much these pistons are depressed. And there's probably a proper term for this. But again, We are just testing and trying to get the machine learning to work properly. So this functions. Now, hopefully, it will also save the data. So where is my hairbrush? Okay, so we're gonna do file.close. There we go. Oh, that's super nice. So now we have a last capture, but this is completely blank. So yeah, if pack file.write string of packet. Now let's look up get packets. So S equals S, which is our socket. Lask equals lask. Connection. Okay, so I'm not sure what I did with this. I was doing something that I usually don't. Because I have no clue. Band equals band connection. Okay. Packet equals false. Return packet. So, okay, it's going to wait till it receives something anyways. And if it doesn't receive anything, this one's interesting. Oh, okay, this is turning it into a literal eval. Gotcha, text. So the packet will equal that. So if the packet, it's just returning the data. So if pack file.write the string of packet. That's why I'm so surprised that that one was blank. Let's try to run this again. So we're getting packets. Draw last packet, which it is. We're gonna print this. um, no. We're gonna print printed. That's so stupid. Yeah, so each time it says printed, okay, I'm gonna hit Control C. File.close. And let's see if I can refresh here. Okay, so we got a lot more packets. I just was not seeing it. Perfect. Okay, so we are getting also the packets now. So now we can just record, and it has our time here. I don't know why it says that. Interesting. But anyways, so we're seeing this. This is the time domain on the right, the very right side. The number of ticks that the processor is going through, the 4 separate values. And we're probably just going to do reception time. So we're getting this, and we are going to write onto it. File write the string of packet. I should probably inject into it. Where did I see that literal? Oh yeah, text as literal. So I'm just doing the str of pack. So the receive time equals time minus t0. I think I'm just going to look up date time now. It's going to be a date time object. Import date time. And pack.receive time is just going to equal date time now. So that should be good. Okay, so this is crazy. This means that hopefully we're going to be able to do some cool stuff. So I got all these. I'm not really placing them anywhere. I'm going to show you that because I need this for future use. I'm lining up the battery and these two, and you can tell which one's which just because, oh my goodness, need better camera angles, of where the jumpers are. This has 2 on one side. Okay. So these are on my forearm. They're probably not placed the best. I just need a data set to start to play with. So I'm going to refresh this. Everything's closed, hopefully. Yeah, this is closed. Perfect. I'm going to delete all these captures. So there is nothing inside of here. uMyo testing and last capture. So I'm going to run module, run module. Unsupported type for date time and float. What? Okay. If pack receive time, where is that? Okay. So I'm going to undo the last capture. Going to just copy this. Control Z, Control Z. We'll leave it how it was. Import date time. And we're going to add a variable to it. Pack date time equals date time now. There we go. That works. So now we have everything. We'll run it. Okay. So now I have plenty of data. And for some reason, 3 of them are only working. So sweet. We're capturing both. I gotta put this in a nice screen. What kind of sucks is that I just pressed these, but this is not going to be good data, so I'm going to have to find where these match. And I have a second problem I just have. Now, the packets aren't lined up because of the speed. So what you see now is that I have the last going, but I can't really trust the timestamps. It's better. It's kind of glitching. I think that's because of my screen. I'll have to double check. But now I'm going to start trying to see if it can start to pick up signal. So I'm doing some operations over and over again. All of them. Two of them. Now I'm doing all of them kind of randomly, one at a time. Not randomly, just going down the line to different muscles. Sorry, it's hard to talk while I'm trying to tell myself what to do. This is completely unscripted. Oh, that's so hard to press. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. Hold, let go. Hold, let go. Hold, let go. And just so I have some other data, I'm going to move my arm around because this is going to be helpful for just some noise in the data. I can kind of clip it out so that the model sees some horrible noise while it's doing the other stuff. And my hand is hurting right now. Okay, so now we can stop. I'm going to close this one, close this one. File. Oh, and I was still printing. That's hilarious. File.close. Yes, show more options. Refresh. Oh no. Hopefully. Okay, let's see where the other prompt is. I can't close the file, so file.close. Yep, file does not exist. Okay, let's see if capture 0. Sweet, sweet. Capture 0 did work. So this is pretty cool. And it's interesting here is that we're seeing now the different devices and when they came in, the packet wise. So the data, this is kind of just the data stream that we're getting. Okay. Now we know what we'll be looking at. So I am going to turn these off. And that one is already off. Okay. So these are turned off now. And we have the last data and the uMyo data. So perfect. So let's look at. Okay. And hopefully these are somewhat close to being synced up. Because this is 21:43:27, 16:42. Oh, that's just exactly what I wanted to see. Oh yeah. So the last thing, right? 21. Why am I seeing that? 43. Well, this is not helpful at all if I can't line these up. This one has the right time, but I don't know why this one doesn't. Okay, I'm looking at two different ones. That's right. Perfect. So this one is at 1643, so 43:26. Perfect. 43. That took a while. It'll be quite far down. Okay, so this is all the packets coming in, and we're just looking for the bits here. So we'll try to match these up as close as possible, but this is going to be interesting how I'm going to put this in. And I think I'm going to I'm going to probably I'll publish these data sets on GitHub and on Ultimate Robotics Discord probably as well, just in case anyone else wants to play with it. But the data is coming in at a different time, and so we're going to have to figure out how best to sync up these packets and in what method and how we're going to deliver the data in a way that we can train the model, because we're going to want to know the information about the slope. So it's pretty much predicting, we want it to predict the output, right? So when someone is pressing their finger in, so we want to have enough information. It's going to be the time domain and plus the sensor data. And so if you pretty much, how for a random forest regressor, I'm giving it every single item when I send to it. So I choose to usually filter things out and give it enough information so it can glean everything else. It's hard to describe, but if the neural network or the machine learning needs to figure out the slope, part of the slope, time domain is super important. Otherwise, it doesn't quite know what it's doing. So how I did open muscle is I was actually able to um, filter the packets that were coming in and find the closest matches. And so they were so close that pretty much it was negligible when it came to predicting finger movements. So I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to pre-process the data and exactly what that will look like. So I need some statistics, but this data now should give me something to work with. That way I can see the operation of the data flowing and kind of imagine what's happening in the programs, if that makes sense. So I will leave the stream off here. We acquired our first data set for machine learning for Ultimate Robotics uMyo. Now I got to now I'm going to have to modify the code in order to see how I'm going to pre-process it, send it in, and train the model. Hopefully today. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. This is a good step, and I don't know exactly how long I'll work on it, but I'm going to work on it until it's done. Like, yeah, so hours, minutes, whatever. So that's enough for one day. I will upload these to, I don't know where I'm going to upload them, but there'll be a link somewhere. And if it's not there right now, come find me on one of the Discord servers, on Ultimate Robotics Discord server, or my Discord server. So thanks everyone for watching, and let's see if we can make a positive difference in this world.